This is Bhavesh, and I will give you a quick tour for the WorkBoard app. So, WorkBoard app is for the internal company task management. So, this is our workspace, dashboard, and some quick shortcuts and all available in this workspace actually. So, in the top, you can see a number cards. You can create as much as you want. So, I have just added in a default app 4 number card, but you can customize and make it according to your requirement. Similarly, you have chart, you have some quick list, all that. And apart from that, we have some shortcuts. So we have 3 different doc type in this one. So first of all, Workboard app is useful for a company where they want some recurring task and assigned to a particular person. Some tasks should be created based on some trigger of other documents. So, for example, let's say whenever new supplier is created into the ERPNext, maybe one task will be created and assigned to particular person to check supplier document attached or not, GST number is active or not, in, if the supplier is from India. Okay, so that checklist you can create as much. I mean the number of items you want to add, you can add. So let's create one rule. Okay, so let's say I have created one, but I will delete it and I will create one. Okay. So let's say I have real, like, for me, every month I have to pay rent for the office between 1st to 5th of month. Okay. So I will say I will create that as a task. So I can say the pay rent reminder, I guess the title will be high priority, the assigned from maybe, let's say, administrator assigned to me, due in 5 days. It will be a recurring task, and I will say pay rent for the office for the last month. Okay. Description, you can write anything. But once we check the recurring, we have another tab is activated where you can set the frequency. So I want to create this every month, first of every month. I can set first and save it. I need to enable it, then only it will work. So once I enable, we have background job created which run every midnight and get all the rules and create the task as per the rule. So for now it is first, so it will only create first of month. But let's say today is 16. If I set a 16 here and save it, now if I go, let's say, schedule job and run this manually today. Okay, so daily rule. I will run this and it should create a new task for me. I will go to task and yeah, there is multiple task is created based on today date. So this is the one task, the 16th. It created today, but the due is after the 5 days. That means 21st of August. So yeah, so here this is the task doc type where user can check the details and they can mark as a completed. So once you mark this task as a completed, let's say I pay the rent and I mark as a completed, so I will get the timeliness on time or late. So based on that, you can get a report which is useful to identify like which user is not completing task on the time, how many time the task is become late, and all that reports you can get based on this field. So like this is one scenario, one type of task. We have another type of task which is, let's say, uh, We can say after user creation, make an employee. Okay, just an uh, dummy task, I would say. So that's again, we can set a rule like whenever the new user is created into the system, we should create an employee in a HR. Okay, so that assign from and assign to we have to define, and we have to say like new days. So that's 1 day, and we can have also checklist. Okay, so we can add a multiple checklist. Like we have one checklist for supplier checklist. We can create an employee checklist as well. Okay, so let's do that later. We can say it's event-based task. So when you check event, there is one more tab will be activated where you can define a doc type where you want to write the, I mean, when you where you want to trigger this task. Then you can define here like, is it based on the new save submit similar like how we configure in a notification. So I would say like whenever we create a new user, the task should be created. So I just save it. So I need to add a description, paste task, okay, and save it. Obviously, I have to enable it. So once this configured, now if I go and create a user, let's say Frappe at paste.com, Frappe, okay, and I will just uncheck this as I don't have email account configured. I just save it. So no role specified, okay, but user is created. So once user is created, I will get the task also get created. Okay. So like this is one. Yeah, there's this is another. So I think I have two rule for the same event. So that's why it's created two tasks. So yeah, even you can create multiple rule for the same trigger and you can assign different person as well. So each individual have a different task. Mm, Then user also can create a task manually. So when you go manually, by default, the task type will be manual. But when the task is auto created by the system, it will be auto. So you can segregate how many tasks automatically created and how many tasks manual created. Apart from that, user can create manual task like they can say uh, create new email account for the new employee. Okay, and I will say high priority. It should be done today. Right? Okay, I please create new task for the Nilesh, and I assign from my user to let's say Android and save it. So this task is created. It will automatically due if the date is passed. If I set a date, let's say due date is 14, it become overdue automatically. If I set 16, then it will be become open again. And uh, another is the checklist. So we have check option like task. Task will have checklist. Like for example, this task will have a checklist. I can add a template. I just select the supplier template for now, and so all the checklist item will be added below in the child table. So as soon as I save this one, and now if I try to complete this task, I will not able to complete till my checklist will be completed. So I have to say like this item is okay, this item is okay. Once I submit, all my checklist is completed, then my task is automatically get completed. And that's all. Yeah. So yeah, this is all things are there, but we have some other idea as well to add in this app. Like one is extend request. So if the task is become overdue, as an user, you can request for the extend. So your task due date will be changed based on the manager approvals. Then we have another idea is to uh, add like the sync between this task and ERPNext task, the bidirectional sync. So if once that is enabled, whenever the new task created here, it will create into the ERPNext task as well. So that is what we plan. We have planned to add as a feature. So yeah, that is all we have. But let me know if there is anything we can add more or any issue you found. We can definitely solve that.